Merlin friends, Escape from Tarkov has experienced tremendous highs and lows throughout its development over the last 6 years. During what I'll describe as down periods, frustration typically seeps into the community sentiment due to poor game or network performance, an increase in cheaters, or a lack of new content. For years, I've been leveraging a stopgap for these down periods, and today, I'd like to share with you my secret that allows me to have significantly more fun in the game and a greater sense of satisfaction when simply playing the game at face value leaves a lot to be desired. That secret is Ethical Tarkov. Lend me a few minutes and I'll explain how it came to be, what the specifics of the game mode are, and how each point enriches the time I spend in game. In its adolescence, I played Ethical to eliminate many of the safety net features of the game and provide an extra level of difficulty. At its essence, it removes the secure container, the flea market, insurance, and scav runs. What I quickly learned is that the sense of achievement that it provided me feels infinitely less reliant on the state of the game. It afforded a surprising amount of small victories where every raid, every encounter, every item mattered. These are wins that I'd completely ignore in normal gameplay. They allowed me to completely recapture my sense of adrenaline and meaning. If that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, let me break down the guidelines of Ethical Tarkov for you. 1. Delete your secure container. This feature massively undermines the core principle of Tarkov, risk versus reward. Being able to secure a high-value item instantly in a raid removes the sense of overwhelming fear of losing it, and it dismisses your instinct to leave the raid. Feeling your heart rate increase when you pull a rare item, and then hearing gunshots between you and the closest extract is what it's all about. This also eliminates the convoluted feature of found and raid. Ethical gameplay doesn't often lend itself to run-throughs, so with no container, the items that you successfully extract are always tagged for full functionality. Additionally, no container ensures successful progress in the game is a direct result of successful extractions, and it's not based on how many slots your pre-order edition came with. 2. No flea market. Since its addition, the flea market is an incredibly controversial feature of the game. It provides significant ease of access to a majority of items based solely on a player's economy rather than their progress, which bypasses the difficulty curve. The flea market also gets used as a paid skip for many item requirements that do not need to be FIR. This directly eliminates the potential satisfaction of scavenging, and it makes hideout upgrades and a handful of tasks feel very underwhelming. 3. No insurance. Insuring items again allows you to rely on your personal economy to mitigate the risk of an unsuccessful raid. It also allows you to unethically insurance fraud items by hiding the gear that you brought into the raid in an effort to extract with more loot. This can quickly lead to an overabundance of full kits that erodes the environment of scarcity. Firmly equating unsuccessful raids with the loss of gear is crucial for feeling like every raid matters. 4. No scav runs. While scavs can be a super enjoyable aspect of Escape from Tarkov, they are a key perpetrator of sabotaging the inherent risk of playing the game. Knowing that a free kit is going to be provided every 30 minutes or less for zero investment eliminates the fear of failure on your PMC raids. Scavving to farm loot, bolster your economy, and engage in reckless gameplay ends up fueling a lot of the previously mentioned safety net features, and it creates poor habits for successful PMC raids. 5. No fence. Other than the obvious ethical implications of purchasing stolen goods, fence provides the potential to bypass progression for certain items due to the randomized nature of its wares. 6. You have to pay for all services rendered. This means that you can't accept free gifts from Prop War while your inventory is initially diminished. You also can't accept free heals from Therapist while she offers them post-raid while you're low level. You can, however, use Therapist to heal once she begins charging a fee, and you may always pay to repair your armor and guns as they break down. 7. Standard edition of the game is preferable. I want Ethical Tarkov to be accessible for everyone, but it's unavoidable to need to place an asterisk on any other edition of Tark. The advantages of inventory size and starting trader rep are massive legs up, and ultimately nothing more than content skips. They devalue both questing and hideout progression, which are fundamental mediums for gratification in EFT. 8. Account preparation. When starting up on a fresh ethical account, a few steps have to be taken to reach the starting line. Due to the potential inequality of factions with regards to rogue interactions, Bear must be the starting selection. The next step is deleting all your starter items that are both in your inventory and equipped to your character, including the currency and your melee weapon. This is rock bottom. The good news is that the only way forward is up. Your first tall order is going to be find a corpse and loot at least a melee, or decide where you want to search for a gun and make a corpse of your own. There are likely many of you guys wondering what differs here from hardcore Tarkov. In reality, Ethical began as an offshoot of our friend Deadly Slob's challenge back in March of 2018. However, I quickly discovered that hardcore wasn't my idea of fun. I found that spending multiple raids looting meds and ammunition for separate full kit raids felt more tedious than game enhancing. I also felt that I should be rewarded for the level of completing tasks, so with Ethical, I don't prevent the usage of traders. This not only removes the tedium, but it allows me to bask in the dopamine of struggling through adversity and unlocking new items that I get to purchase with every hard-earned currency. Another aspect of hardcore that I found frustrating was how many rules need to be bent. It didn't feel good to hit certain tasks or barriers that required me to now purchase items that weren't provided. Some choose to search endlessly for difficult items like Deadly's infamous buffer tube, and others choose to negotiate regarding what should realistically be purchasable. This ambiguity ends up seeping into container usage and keys as well. I knew that with Ethical, I preferred firm lines in the sand. Thus, trader-only purchases and no container at all. As a positive side effect, I found that this meant infinitely more intensity for raids that required a key, knowing the inherent risk of it existing in my character's inventory. I think both these important distinctions make Ethical Tarkov game mode playable for much longer periods of time. I could grin and bear it through like a week or so of hardcore, but I could play Ethical for months, allowing me to sink my teeth way further into the game's progression and reap the rewards of its engaging nature. I also think these differences end up being the difference between the common player just watching their favorite streamer play the challenge, and they themselves actually giving it a meaningful go. If you find yourself wanting more from Tarkov at this stage of the wipe, I'd love to challenge each of you to consider trying Ethical. You're more than welcome to attempt it as a group, as long as each person abides by the guidelines that I'm presenting. This will personally be my 5th season, and I'm looking forward to it more than ever. Theory crafting strategies to overcome the adversity of Ethical presents greatly enhancing min-maxing aspects of Escape from Tarkov, and more importantly, it reduces your reliance on the state of the game to ultimately have fun. This is even further enhanced when you collaborate with others, so I'd like to invite you to the Ethical Tarkov subreddit to share your experiences, your strategies, your post-raid loot, and ask any questions that may come up during your gameplay. This video is going to be the start of the season's playlist, so I will be taking you on my journey through Ethical Tarkov and show you the ups, the downs, and everything in between. Let me know what you thought of this video in the comment section below, and make sure to subscribe for more content like this. If you would like to be notified when these videos go live, click the bell next to the subscription button and join the notification squad. Also, be sure to tune into the live stream Sunday through Friday, starting at 6:30 a.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/Markstrom. Thanks for watching.